Hello, I'm Xuefeng, the founder of a new oasis of life, the second home. My dream and goal is to establish a community where people and society, people and nature coexist harmoniously. It has been 4 years since the second home established. At the beginning, we have 20 residents. Today, we have 150 permanent residents. Everything here goes quite well so far. The most distinguished character of second home is that there's no marriage and traditional home in this big family. All the resources are commonly shared by every member. Therefore, no personal property. Everything belongs to the community. We manage this community not on personal will, but by abiding by our values.
Xuefeng Buddha is the messenger of the greatest creator of the universe, and he is the incarnation of gods, Buddha, celestial beings, and saints. He is also the messenger, the supervisor soul from northwest China, mentioned by the boy from Mars, Boriska Kiprijanovich. Xuefeng Buddha, Xuefeng, is the founder of Lifechanyuan and New Oasis for Life. After 7,000 years exploration in the darkness, the mankind finally have Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan is the beautiful homeland for the spirit and soul of the mankind, a transit station to the supreme life space. It is the source of subliming spiritual nature and obtaining spiritual wealth for us all. Lifechanyuan truthfully explains the origin of the universe, the meaning of time and space, the mystery of life, and the true meaning of life. It has answers and solutions for human sufferings and increasingly serious crises of the world. It also has answers for inquiring souls for questions as, who am I? Where did I come from? Where am I going? Lifechanyuan is not a religion or organization. It does not belong to any individual, country, nation, religion, political party, or organization. Lifechanyuan will lead Chanyuan celestials live through the catastrophe and enter into Lifechanyuan era.
Our huge and orderly universe is the product of a wise and holy supernatural life consciousness called the greatest creator that was formed when Wuji generated Taiji. Taiji is the greatest creator. When chaotic energy moved irregularly in Wuji and formed a certain order accidentally, which led to the gathering of all energy in chaos, a qualitative change happened in its core, which then evolved into a special high-energy structure, the perfection of which resulted in consciousness being generated. This conscious spirit, having gathered all the energy, is the greatest creator. After the birth of the greatest creator, he created the universe and all of its lives with his powerful conscious energy, and also maintains internally all things of the universe running in the spirit of his consciousness, namely Tao. Within this boundless universe are numerous small worlds, and the Earth is within one of them, which has 36 dimensional spaces, 20 parallel worlds, and various spaces of life. The Earth, namely the human world, is a transit station for all kinds of lives to transform or return to higher or lower levels of space, which can be bizarre, motley, and full of complicated phenomena. About 4,700 years ago, as a result of humanity's greed and sin, the Great Flood swept the earth as a purification in order to instruct the people on how to achieve a bright future. God, Buddha, celestials, and saints visited the human world, and they offered instructions to humanity and sowed intellectual seeds. Millennia have passed, and humanity's development has reached another critical junction. The long-term destructive development of mankind has caused the need of another purification to take place. However, the greatest Creator loves mankind, so to take mankind into a golden era after the purification and let those who follow His way go to a higher level space of life, He has sent another messenger to the human world, the great spiritual guide of humanity, the angel to reap the ripe crops, and the guide of Lifechanyuan, Xuefeng. The early years. July 17, 1957. Zhang Zifan is born into a farmer's family by the junction of the Yellow and Daya rivers in Gansu province. But his life is from the surround-year world of heaven. 1996, in his 39th year on earth, he suffers a curious car accident in Zimbabwe, Africa, but is uninjured in that accident, which should have surely killed him. His soul awakens in a flash, and he later becomes thoroughly enlightened and takes on the name Xuefeng, which means snow peak in his native Chinese language. Having been sent by the greatest Creator and entrusted by Jesus, Buddha, and Lao Tzu, he comes to preach the way of the greatest Creator to us and instructs us on how to take his way, to reap ripe crops into the barns of heaven and to guide humanity into a new golden era which will last for a millennium. After he completes his mission, he will settle in the paradisiacal island of the Celestial Islands continent within the Elysium world. In 2001, Xuefeng gradually breaks all ties with his companies in Zimbabwe and begins to write Chanyuan corpus and Xuefeng corpus and establish Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan is not a religion or organization, but the beautiful home for human spirits and souls and the transit station for humans to sublimate into heaven. It is also a college which offers both the teachings inherited from Jesus Christ and the Buddha ceremony, and also the final course on life for people. Chanyuan corpus and Xuefeng corpus prove the existence of the greatest Creator with 40 examples, clarify his 8 features, explain his birth, and describe the origins of the universe, life, and people, and reveal the truth of life in the universe. They complement the systematic understanding of the greatest Creator, Tao, the universe, life, non-material world, self-improvement and self-cultivation, humanity and human life, the integration of belief with science, and describe the kingdom of the heaven in detail and guide the path to it. They discuss the path of development of individuals and society and lay a systematic theoretical foundation for the arrival of the new era. In 2003, Xuefeng begins to preach on the internet, and Lifechanyuan is introduced to the public formally.
So far, Xuefeng has written 5,000 articles and constructed a theoretical system of Lifechanyuan with 10 million characters.
In 2009, Xuefeng returns to China and begins leading Chanyuan celestials to create the model of the new production and life moods for humanity, the second home, and to lay a practical foundation for the arrival of the new era. Successes and setbacks in China. May 2009. Constructions of the first branch of the second home in Anning, Yunnan Province begins. June 2011. The third branch in Xuefeng, Yunnan is built. August 2011. The fourth branch in Lincang, Yunnan is born immediately thereafter. November 2013. The second home joins with the Konohana family community in Japan as a big family. Konohana becomes the fifth branch of Lifechanyuan, and all of Lifechanyuan becomes the second branch of Konohana. November 2013 through March 2014. All three branches in Yunnan Province are forcibly disbanded by the local governments, and all members are forced to evacuate because authorities fail to understand us. January 2014, Xuefeng leads Chanyuan celestials to Xinjiang, rents a farm in the Gobi Desert, and begins to create three homes, which are named Kater, Gesar, and Qingema. April 2014, constructions of Nanhua branch begins in Nanjing but is disbanded by the local governments in July. January 2015, Kater and Gesar are disbanded by the local governments and the members are forced to leave. March 2018, the same thing happens at Qingema. May 2015, Xuefeng leads Chanyuan celestials to Lijiang, Yunnan Province, to rebuild the second home at a place to be named Yingyi Eco Village. July 2016, construction of Sesame Hillside begins in Lijiang, Yunnan. November 2016, Yingyi and Sesame Hillside are both disbanded by the local governments. Vanuatu. November 2016. After the branches in China are all forcibly closed, Xuefeng leads an expedition of Chanyuan celestials to Vanuatu Island. January 2017. The expedition is terminated due to unfavorable climate and environmental factors, and everyone returns to China. A bright future Canadian June 2017, Xuefeng leads some Chanyuan celestials to explore the possibility of building a new oasis for life, formerly the second home, in British Columbia, Canada. September 2017, Lifechanyuan buys 10 acres in British Columbia with the help of all Chanyuan celestials. The new oasis for life is formally born, and the Lifechanyuan International Big Family is successfully registered in November as an NPO in Canada. December 2017, The Essence of Human Wisdom, the third edition of 800 Values for New Era Human Beings, is compiled. New Year's Day 2018, humanity enters the Lifechanyuan New Era, which will last for a millennium. December 2018, 83 Chanyuan celestials become celestial beings collectively. In the same month, preparations are started for the construction of a new oasis for life, which will accommodate 300 Chanyuan celestials. March 2019, preparations are started for the construction of the Lifechanyuan International Family Thai branch, which is founded formally in May of the same year. Epilogue. Lifechanyuan is steadily realizing the blueprint of creating 256 branches throughout the world to lead humanity into the new era. A heavenly ark full of new lives has set sail, and a prelude to an unprecedented new era has unveiled. So all those who want to avoid disaster, live heavenly lives, and sublimate their lives to a higher level space, please come on board. Let us build a paradise home together in the new era.
We hope you will join us to build the international family branches together, create a paradise-like life all over the world, so as to lead the human beings into a bright and auspicious era. I'm here waiting for you.